There's a lot going on right now. People's lives are being turned upside down, jobs being lost, people having to switch their entire daily routines because of the current pandemic.
For me as a creative person, I know it can be hard if you're forced to be in one spot. I love going out and experiencing new things myself, and I feel more creative in a bright coffee shop rather than a closed-in office.
So, today I wanted to talk about staying creative in bad times, whenever it's kind of not easy to stay creative, whenever everything's just thrown out of whack, out of normal. However, it's a good chance to look at everything with the glass half full. There still are some benefits of everything that's going on now. Less distractions, less noise, people being forced to get innovative and come up with new ways with business to keep going. And that's kind of what I want to talk about today is honestly how to keep going. It'll be based a lot off of the book from Austin Kleon, Keep Going. And it's a great read if y'all want to read it, not too long. He has some other great stuff as well that I might be able to touch on. But I wanted to make this for y'all to see if it'd help anyone else out. So for a little bit of context, if some of y'all don't know, I tend to be more of like a graphic artist, I guess you can call me a graphic designer. I do a lot of UI UX design, some branding strategy. I dabble with some illustration and photography, cinematography as well. So I kind of do a lot of stuff that try to make myself. I enjoy being creative, trying to figure out ways to do things, learn something new. I love it. So if you fall in one of these camps, I think this can help you out a little bit with right now, especially being forced to be at home. I, like many others, am now working from home. Usually, if you see any of my other videos, I go to an office. However, that is not the case. For me, it is a breath of fresh air. I do love so far working at home, and it's kind of making me get some things done here at the house too, to make that a little more comfortable. So I wanted to start off with kind of a different one, and that's essentially kind of saying that every day is a new day. Now, when you learn a little bit more about the creative process, that it's not really linear. It's more like loops. So you start a project, you end a project, start over from the beginning again, and you end it. You learn new things throughout, trying new things. It's kind of these weird curves. Some days suck, some days don't. You get a lot done. So kind of wanted to just throw it out there to put in your mind that every day is a new day. So every day's gonna have new challenges. Every day's gonna start fresh, and you're gonna attack that new day. I know it's gonna be a little weird, especially being inside a lot. I know here in Corpus where we live, it's not complete like lockdown or anything. There is a stay at home order in place that is mandatory and you're fine for it, but I am still allowed to go outside, run, do little things like that. So now the second one. Now this is the one I love personally, and I think it might be able to benefit both people who don't have kids and parents, depending on where you're at. I think this has a good way to stretch out. Now this one is what Austin Kleon calls build a Bliss station. Now, something for me would be my desk, which is over there, right? So that would be my version of a Bliss station. I love being there, getting work done. That's what I've built it for. Even other things, gaming, stuff like that. I built that station for me to be comfortable to get work done in. However, he also talks about something, and I really like this too because you can even find it biblically, is if you can't build a Bliss station, let's say you do have kids or other distractions at home, then maybe a Bliss time. Let's say, for example, now I know a lot of children are doing online stuff right now, so I'll take some of my family members. I know how her schedule is. So my aunt has her daughter, right? So my niece. So there are times during the day where she is involved with the class online, the students, and now they can get work. The parent, my aunt, can get the work done that she needs to do. She, like she's the one who kind of taught me actually, is an architectural and residential designer. So maybe during that time she can, try new things, or actually maybe just get work done itself, right? So it's kind of either creating a space for you to get work done or a time for you to get work done. And this is kind of on the idea of disconnect to connect. So disconnect from your surroundings, get rid of distractions in order to connect you into your passion, your craft, your being creative. Now, I think this one is pretty important because this can go a long way and can transition into other things too. I know James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, talks about this as well. That's building a constant. So this is kind of your version of a constant, especially if it's a time. This is building habits over time to make a change, a big change in the future. I mean, even same thing in the Bible, you talk about fasting and stuff like that, and it's kind of disconnecting to connect, right? So you can find a lot of these things everywhere. So I really, really like this one. So Bliss Station or Bliss Time. Okay, so now we're on number 3 here. This is a fun one. So this is make gifts. I do this a lot for my girlfriend, so I like to draw things for her that kind of relate to things we both love, the experiences we have. More and more, I find myself doing more artwork like that, getting creative, trying new things, new styles when it comes to making gifts. So try making gifts for some of your family members, especially right now. I'm sure things are hectic, people are unsure, so a good gesture can go a long way. I'm sure you'll make someone's day, or maybe they're having a bad day and they get a gift from you. So number 3 is make gifts. So number 4. So number 4 is going to be tidy up. This is one I find myself doing kind of often actually. So when I'm getting a little stuck, a little frustrated, I'll stop, I'll take a step back and I'll start tidying up. Sometimes I leave a couple dishes behind because I was cooking in a rush, and I'll still go start cooking dishes. Wow, go start cleaning dishes. Sometimes I just start cleaning up around me, like this right here. This shouldn't be here. Tidy up. And the idea behind this is, one, you're in a space where it feels fresh, right? It's clean. It feels like you can work, refreshing. Also, sometimes you might stumble across things to get your mind jogging with other ideas. Maybe you find a magazine that has some cover art that you like. Maybe you stumble across some old artwork that got shoved somewhere. I don't know. It can be anything. And then here's another little fun one as well. Maybe especially if you're a photographer, or you can even do this if you're a graphic artist as well. Like, pay attention to the details. So you take something that's ordinary and you put extra emphasis on it, into the detail, and it becomes extraordinary. So think of maybe how you can do photography around your house. If you're a graphic artist, what can you take photos from or patterns from things around your house and turn that into some sort of piece that you can post? Maybe you can challenge yourself to do that, do something new, which actually sounds fun. I think I might do that myself actually. Take a step back and look at all the typography and the things you own, the books, the covers, packaging, all those things that you don't really pay attention to. Now put emphasis on them, pay attention to it, and see what comes out of it. Alright guys, so hopefully those little tips helped you out. I know they've helped me out a lot, and I still am getting better at putting them in practice. Now, we still got a long road ahead of us for this whole pandemic. I'm only in day 2 working at home, and day 1 of being in this stay-in shelter order. And we have at least 2 weeks of this, and so far cases are popping up like crazy here locally. So I hope everyone's being safe, washing their hands, practicing the social distancing. With that being said, hopefully by trying these little things, implementing them, you start to build a routine. I think a routine is pretty important over time, because now you're able to create constants and get rid of a little bit of variables. Not saying variables are bad, but having those constants in your life can over time lead to maybe getting to that goal you're trying to do, leading to something amazing. You never really know. Hopefully I can keep making some videos like this. I can help you out while you might be stuck inside. All right, everyone. Have a good day. Be safe. Be productive. Catch you in the next one. Peace.